All right, completely unrelated, but sometimes you guys really piss me off, okay? And I know somebody might think this is about Genshin Impact or whatever, but it's not, okay? I'm talking about Guilty Gear, right? If I'm trying to help you guys understand the game, why is it that so many of you want to argue with me about what I'm telling you? Like I don't give false information for the sake of people's downfall. Like I'm trying to help you get better at the game. Why can't you just Go, baby? What's good, guys? Yoku here, and as we know, that intro had nothing to do with what I'm talking about in the video, but if you made it through that, congratulations. Round of applause for you. All right, Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles comes out October 15th, if I'm not mistaken, but you know, give or take some dates between worldwide release versus Japan release and deluxe edition versus Steam edition. You got a couple dates floating around. So right off the bat, I saw something about the deluxe edition, including a character that unlocks the gimmick characters, right? Because ain't no damn demons. IGN released the story mode trailer for Demon Slayer, like, you know, Hinokami. Why did I say like in front of that? Honestly, they released the gameplay for the for story mode, right? And you know, per CC2, it looks phenomenal. Okay, it absolutely looks incredible the way they've done things. But some of the comments have said what I'm about to say. This looks just like Storm 2's story, which, you know, hooray, yata, right? But to be fair, it's pretty on the outside, not so pretty on the inside. What do I mean by that, right? I just mean that it's linear. I'm not calling the game ugly by any means. I think the game looks really good based off of what we saw in the trailer and how the gameplay was running. It looks like up until the points of these boss fights, it's pretty linear, right? In previous games, especially with Storm 2, it looks pretty all around, right? The world looks pretty, it looks lively. There's character models walking all around, enjoying their lives, just typically living life. You would think that it's an open world game, but then when you actually play it, you can't interact with any of those characters. You can't do anything with any of those characters, and there's nothing to really explore. It all just comes down to following this imaginary line to get from objective A to objective B. Now, following this imaginary line, we go from meeting Muzan for the first time as Tanjiro, and you know, him flipping out, Muzan scratching it, and it doesn't look like they show too much of that entire scene, which is pretty cool because I guess it leaves it up to interpretation. Or maybe we're gonna see it whenever the game comes out, obviously, and we'll see just what happens there. But of course, Muzan scratches so-and-so, dude turns haywire, goes into a demon, and then Tamayo shows up. From Tamayo, now we get the real line, right? Because Tanjiro can sniff everything, and that line, yeah, bro, enter Susamuru. And listen, for those that watched my Demon Slayer reaction to the entire anime, it's a playlist down below. Susamuru is my first like demon crush. Okay, I like Susamuru. She just, the power that she holds, the desire to want to be stronger, and it's not even for the sake of like, I want to be strong so I can kill other people. It's like, I just want to be strong so I'm strong. And you know, she just happens to have 6 arms, and I'm like, you know, who really likes 6-armed women, right? Buff at that. And you know, maybe that's a turnoff, sure, but I don't think about that part, you know? I just think about how powerful she is and what I could attain with that power, right? The strength alone that Susamuru possesses, I could use that in my life, okay? Like, yo, honey, I can't open this pickle jar. I can open the pickle jar, but you know, you got to gas her up, right? You got to gas her up. And she comes out of nowhere, and she's not going to only open the pickle jar. She's going to smash it. All right. Not on purpose. She's just too strong. If you can't tell, I like Susamuru. All right. So the queen of demons, at least at this point within the anime / manga, right? Because we don't really know anything pertaining to anything else. Tamayo's right there, but I'll get into why I love Tamayo in a whole different video. Susamuru deserves to be in the game at launch. This kind of goes into my entire point about why I think I might actually be disappointed with Demon Slayer, because Susamuru and Yahaba were Tanjiro and Nezuko's first real boss fight, right? That was their first real fight, not against just one demon, but 2. And on top of that, they both had these really interesting, weird quirks. Why did I say quirks? This isn't my hero. Powers. I meant powers. And a concept that I thought was really cool after looking at how they played in the actual trailer versus how they play in the anime which is almost bar for bar. I think it'd be really cool if they were a forced 2v2 team. We all know Demon Slayer is a 2v2 arena fighter, and these two work as a team all the time. It makes zero sense for Susamu to be paired up with Zenitsu, and honestly, that would just change their entire fighting style altogether. On one hand, that would be sick to see Susamu team up with Nezuko, and they do some kind of weird team ultimate where they both keep passing the ball back and forth between one another, and then the opponent's in the middle just getting smacked up, and each pass increases the power of the ball until the opponent is just destroyed. But for the sake of my concept, let's just say that Susamu and her brother are a forced team pair. You pick one, it picks the other automatically. Now that's just a concept that I had for the game by itself, because variety with demon slayers and being able to mix and choose whatever, I don't think that would necessarily apply to any and all demons, right? Some demons work together versus other demons that don't necessarily work together. And while it is a 2v2 and you don't necessarily have to bother with, okay, this skill works for me because of this, it would be conceptually cool if they took something like that into account. Now I am talking to the anime gaming community, and this is CC2, and you guys just don't care. So I guess I'm talking to a brick wall. Wow, I'm talking to a brick wall. I know English. However, I'm finally to the bad part of my take. on why I might not like the new Demon Slayer game. While I don't want Demon Slayer to be bad or poorly received by any means, I'm simply basing these presumptions off of how the anime community has already shown their behaviors to be. At the Sega presentation, they answered the question, how many characters are available? And they answered it with, as of now, 18 will be available. Available, bro. I can't talk today. I don't know what kind of drugs I've been doing. 18 though, first of all, that's cap, because if you really want to get technical, 6 of the characters are joke / alternate costume things or whatever with damn near identical move sets, and the other half of the roster is all water pillar users with very slightly different special moves. But the key thing about what she said is will be available. So it's not like we don't know demons are gonna come into the game, right? It's CC2, it's Demon Slayer, it's the anime, the manga. They're gonna support the game. My issue and worry is not them supporting the game. It's simply, what are we getting at launch? Demons are coming, don't fret, demons are coming. We're gonna get demons. It's Demon Slayer. They can't have Demon Slayer with no demons. Everyone's saying this is brain dead obvious. We know that demons are coming. Demons aren't coming on launch, and I think that's a huge problem. So if they're not on launch, how are we getting demons? The obvious answer is DLC. We know for a fact it ain't gonna be free. CC2 has a track record of releasing DLCs one of 2 ways. Option A, in incredibly small waves. We get 1 to 2 characters per release, give or take whenever they feel like doing it. Option B is that we get them in giant chunks, huge gaps. We get these big characters or big chunk of characters, and we get them in huge gaps. Gaps being 6 to 12 months. I don't know, apart from each other. We all remember Kill la Kill If, right? We know how that did. No? Okay, well, if you don't, let me tell you about it. While Kill la Kill wasn't handled by CC2, and I'm not doubting the support of CC2 for the longevity of the game, but one of the biggest complaints everyone had about Kill la Kill If is the small roster compared to other anime games. Hell, even Jump Force had 40 characters at launch, and that game is ass. The problem here is that over half of the characters on launch play incredibly identical to each other. If you remove the effects of each breathing style, the slashes can look or feel the same compared to any other character besides Shinobu and Inosuke. Without demons in the launch roster, as a casual player, folks will quickly start playing the game very inconsistently. For folks who attempt taking this more competitively, the meta is going to hard shift to these 4 to 6 characters are the best in the game. Don't play anyone else. Demons were going to bring a huge taste of variety into the game. Susamu, Yahaba, that swamp demon who makes ninja clones, Kyogai, the entire spider demon family. And since Rengoku from the movie is in the game, I really don't see why they couldn't have slapped Akaza and Enmu in here. Just briefly mentioning Shinobu, I'll talk about combat mechanics and characters in another video, but just be prepared for everybody to be playing Shinobu on launch. At the end of it all, even though we don't have every upper moon available to include from the anime, and a good chunk of the lower demons are, well, losers. That shouldn't stop CC2 from working these characters into the game now or later. Storm is filled with literal trash characters, and they probably never had more than an inkling of action throughout the entirety of the series, but somehow they have a complete full moveset with an ultimate in the game. That's more than 4 Naruto Storm games, mind you, with trash characters. While I don't outright hate the game because I love Demon Slayer, especially after binging the entire manga in one night, I would very much like to see actual demons in the game on launch. Like, could we at least get 4 demons, you know? But that's all I got for you guys today. I just, you know, I saw a couple of videos pertaining to Demon Slayer, and you know, everyone's trying to hype up the game's release, and you know, it's coming out, we're finally gonna get it. And yeah, I'm excited for the game. I want the game to do good. I want the game to come out, but there are a lot of questions that I don't feel like are being addressed, or even asked for that matter, that are really important. When are we getting demons? How are they going to distribute demons? Is the DLC going to come in a season pass? Is it going to be like $1 or $2 per demon? Are they going to release these things 6 months to a year after the game's release? How long will we have to go in the game without demons, without variety of characters? We know that season 2 of Demon Slayer is the anime at least, right? I guess there really wouldn't be another season. I could be talking about the game, right? Demon Slayer season 2 comes out right around the same time as the game's release. Are they gonna update these characters after season 2? Because that's still a good 6 months before any new characters. If you liked the video, do leave a like down below, dislike if you disliked it, and comment and tell me all the fun stuff, what you're excited about pertaining to Demon Slayer, or what you're not excited about Demon Slayer. If you agree or disagree, it's all cool, baby. Look, listen, we're just here to love waifus and Inosuke, all right? And that, granted, I'm a Zenitsu kind of guy too, but that's not the point. All right, who's your favorite character down below? Let me know. I can't say my user outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.